across to the streaming service You for our next offering, which arrives as a box set on Tuesday the 7th of January. It's Pete Wicks, For Dog's Sake. And here's a clip.
I'm Pete Wicks. You may have seen me on Strictly. Yep, now that. Puppies! But it's not dancing that's my biggest passion. It's dogs. And it always has been.
Hello. How are you?
These are my two, Eric and Peggy.
Puppies? Yeah.
Throughout my life, dogs have always been there for me.
Well, of course, you Strictly fans out there will have enjoyed Pete dancing on the brilliant Strictly Come Dancing. And here he is in Pete Wicks, as you say, For Dog's Sake. And I've got to be honest with you, when you're going to watch this, please do make sure that you bring a box of tissues to the coffee table, because honestly, I was absolutely streaming, and not just the show, my eyes. And it's just, we all know that there's a real issue with dog trafficking, with dogs being dumped, overbreeding, cost of living crisis, people having to give up dogs. I mean, we all know, we're abundantly aware of it. If you're on social media, you can see it all the time. But this just brings all of that to life. It's incredible viewing because, or compulsive viewing, I would say, because you just want to keep watching it, even though, you know, you're streaming, and you just want to help. Or if you're like me, you just want to help. I've already got 3 dogs. I can't help anymore. But, you know, you just want to help. And Pete is actually really quite good in this. He doesn't sort of bring he's sort of a character that I'd imagine you don't think would break or sort of break down, and you see a real soft side to him. And in the first episode, you meet Murphy, Mel and Twist. Now, Mel is a really sad story, and I learned quite a lot from this actually, because she's a rescue poodle, and she was seized at the border, and she went on to have 10 puppies. Now, apparently this is a thing where the dog is brought over to have the puppies, and then the puppies are taken and sold. About 5 weeks later, the female dog is shipped back to where it came from and bred again. And this dog is just, she's just adorable. But over a certain period of time, she becomes so scared, and over time, you know, more trusting. And you just think, gosh, what humans are doing to these animals. We're not really worthy of them. But I think it works really well. It feels like a real community. You see how this one's quite very well resourced. The kennels look amazing. 60-odd kennels, I think they have. But you also see the sad side of things where dogs don't quite make it, and also when owners are having to give up their animals when they just really don't want to. And this is all about rehoming them, making sure that these animals, once they've kind of passed their quarantine, that they're safe, that they're well, that they can go out and be rehomed. So it's really touching. I think Pete I guess he is the presenter to a degree, although he shares it along with a lot of other people, but he is kind of the key person. I think he does really quite a good job of it, actually. And he shows a real side of him that perhaps we haven't seen before. What do you think, Ian?
I really enjoyed it. And it's very similar to the Paul O'Grady series, For the Love of Dogs. In fact, initially I thought, Pete Wicks is taking over that show. But no, it's different title, different show, but very similar subject matter. I didn't particularly warm to Pete Wicks on Strictly, I have to admit. But in this, I do think kind of the way people interact with pets kind of tells you a lot about them. And it's often people that don't connect particularly well with humans that have a really special bond with animals. And yeah, as you said, you see a different side of him in this. He's an absolute softie. And yeah, it's, anything to do with kids and animals, in trouble or in pain just gets the tears flowing, doesn't it? And there's one great moment in this which just totally triggered me, where one of the dogs is having an operation, and I think it's the anaesthetist is saying, he's dying, and the vet who's operating is saying, no, he's not. As if like, not today, not this dog, not today. And it's just, oh my God, I was in floods. But yeah, if you like dogs. I mean, it really is. It's a delight, but it's also, it's quite upsetting in places, but it's, really heartwarming as well.